nigga with the garlic. Got me reminiscing about my old days. 3-6 sucker nigga.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D Lit. Back at it again like a crack addict. We at work. It's the 1st of December, and in about 5 days, you gonna see your boy at the Astroworld concert. Astroworld concert. Travis Scott. So, we gonna customize some shoes. What shoes, you ask? Air Jordan 1s. Now, I know what you're thinking. What kind of custom would you do with Air Jordan 1s? Off-whites? What do you mean, bro? So this is what we doing at work. As you can see on this beautiful December 1st, it's raining. So we gonna do some customs out here, and I'm gonna show you what you need. You will need a razor, stitch seamer and tweezers, glue gun, some Armor All original protectants, paint. We're doing the cheap way. Was gonna go the angleless route, but it was gonna take forever to get here. Some clips so you can make sure you get those flaps and everything taken care of. And just so y'all know, this is probably gonna be like 2 parts. I'll probably do half of it here, half of it at the crib, cause yeah, there's just some stuff I wanna do at the crib rather than here. So yeah. Shout out Lace Lab with the 63-inch off-white shoelaces. That's how we kicking it. Shouts out to 115 for the stencils and the zip tie. Yes, it does say off-white. They the plug. So if you need a zip tie, some stencils, this is where you need to hit up, right here. Link will be in the description. They give you 2 rolls of transfer paper. Not just 1, 2. You gotta love that. Orange fabric, orange stitching, and that light blue in there. It's cool. It's cool. We gonna make it work. Masking tape. So the whole hype about Off-White is basically the deconstruction of the shoe. What we have here is a deconstructed shoe. Swoosh is off, flaps are done. I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. So, this is what we do. Okay, so the stitching part right here, right there. Just gonna take the X-Acto knife, razor, and basically just cut that part off. And when you get to the back area, I'm just gonna cut this part off as well. So, swoosh is completely off. Basically, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and then we will get to this sticky residue later, and probably in the custom as far as the shoe goes. Stitching is off. You will use the tweezers to pull all this extra crap off. However, I'm gonna leave it on right now and work on these flaps, get this deconstructed. And yeah. Done. How far back is really your preference? I try to go to the end to about right here. As far as the Jordan sign, I try to stop at like mid-wing. Now we're gonna work on the flaps and then do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so flaps have been removed. It's easier to use your seam ripper to remove the stitching. On the first pair, I actually razored it and ended up cutting all of this. Basically, I'm just gonna glue it back together so you know the leather and everything stays. Basically, same thing on this other side. And oh yeah, I gotta show you how to take this off too. Yeah. Alright, so flaps are done. This here will have to be glued on to that to keep it all together and make it look good. Flaps are basically done. I got all the stitching out of that. So we're just gonna tape these up. And then try to get some of the stitches out of here. I'm gonna be using these tweezers to get the stitching out of here. This is glue, and we'll probably touch up on that when I get off. I'm not gonna tape up everything except for the flaps on the uppers, so you know they kind of stay together. And yeah, so taking stitching out, and I'll hit you up after that. Okay, so I was actually able to get majority all of the stitching off of the swoosh. See my mess down there. As far as the tag, basically what I did was use my X-Acto knife, and from what I've seen, I just put it on the side. So I removed the majority of the front stitching. Just gonna glue that on here like so. I got this side here, so I'm just gonna put some glue on here, throw some clothespins, and yeah. Alright, so stencils have been applied on the shoe. All there's left to do is paint, and I'll show you. I also got these swooshes from D Nice Customs. Shout out to him. You know, he did the threading and lacing or whatever. I ordered the wrong thing, but I'm going to re-sew these. And I don't like this little thing right here, so I use some orange fabric, kind of wrap it around here, and that'll give us a stitch. Alright, so stitching is completed. On the back side, I just put something over it so it would stick. Now what I'm doing is taking the felt, basically I'm gonna start right here, put some glue on the first piece. I'm gonna let it dry. Once it dries, I'm then just gonna wrap it around and make a tab. It's gonna be a little difficult because these scissors were not wanting to cut, so I might have to use the X-Acto knife, but we'll see. Okay, so tabs are basically drying right now. See, the red stitching is right here. It wasn't hard to take the initial orange tab off. I'm just gonna keep the clamps on there, let it dry. It's nice that there's a hole here, so I'm gonna take this blue thread and begin the wraparound. I ain't trying to toot my own horn or whatever, but your boy kinda cold with this shit, bro. Alright, we're gonna let this dry and work on this one next. So far so good though. Can't even complain. Can't even complain. Bet. The restitch, so whatever, went perfect. I'm gonna keep these on here as long as I want. So I want to get them correct. But the reapply went well, stitch went well, and we just got to get that painted. Once we get it painted, we'll lace up, throw these bad boys on, and that's it.
Day 2.
I literally spent 4 hours stenciling. Those little letters, bro, are hard as shit, man. I don't know who has the patience to do that, but I don't. At one point, there's some little like triangles in the A's, like oval shapes in the E's that I'll have to touch. Customs is for the birds, bro. You're gonna have to pay me if you want me to do a custom on your kicks, bro. Because it's the time, man. The time. I didn't feel like painting after I put the stencils on there. It's up to you if you want to try to recreate an off-white stencil. I'm telling you right now, It's difficult. Difficult. Straight up. I ain't even finna paint my shit, bro. I ain't finna paint it. I got somebody that's finna do it for me. That way I can get mad at them. I got somebody that's gonna paint it for me. I'm pretty much done at this point though. So, next time you see the shoes is when they paint it.
A few moments later.
Alright, so it's 8:20. I just got the shoes back. Everything's been stenciled on. I'm gonna take it off and see what it is. So, ran into a snag, as I believe on the actual off-white shoe, it was probably stitched on the panel before it was glued on there. I just tried it. So, I think we're done here. And guess what didn't get painted? Because it was taped up. Oh, I'm just taking all types of L's, man.
Day 3.
Boy, if you don't get
Day 4.
Alright. They laced, tagged. Show y'all the video of them tomorrow.
The next day. Later.